Kia whānau, welcome back to another moko walkthrough. Today we're going to be walking through this double shoulder piece that we did for Frank. Yeah, let's get into it. I'll just show you the photos first and then we'll get into a bit of my thinking and a bit of a breakdown. So this is a bit of a 3/4 view. Side of the right shoulder. Back 3/4. Back view of both. I was trying to make sure that if there was an imaginary line across here, that they would match up. And I think we did a pretty good job. Left shoulder. Similar but different to the right shoulder. Front 3/4 of the left. And front. So when Frank reached out, I asked him to draw on a photo of himself, the area that he wanted to cover, because it was a pretty unique piece, because I haven't really done two shoulder pieces that were supposed to match up or balance each other out. Yeah, it was just to give me a better idea of the placement and the area that he wanted to fill. And he ended up drawing something sort of like that. And he sent through a bunch of reference photos of other tattoos with similar placement. They weren't moko, they were just general tattoos. And when I was drawing it, because there are, let's go 3/4, let's go here. I knew I wanted the shoulders, or the shoulder areas of the moko, to cap the deltoid, which is the anatomical name for the shoulder. And if you've watched other videos or other breakdowns of me, I like moko to follow the anatomy. And so when you look at the shoulder, it kind of fills up that area there. And I was wondering how to flow it onto the chest in a way that kind of made sense and in a way that was different to what I had seen before. Usually, if you were to do moko over the shoulder, that goes onto the chest, usually comes down like that. Let's go to the front view. Usually it'll go something like that, which is cool, there's nothing wrong with that. And then the flow would go something like that, for example. I'm just making it huge and obvious, but the flow would go something like that, and I wanted to try something a little bit different with this one. So I thought, with all of these breaks that I do, so I always, not always, but in a lot of my moko I have these little breaks like that. I wondered if I couldn't use that and incorporate it into the flow that came onto the chest. Hence why you've got these areas here, protruding from all of this area. And I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked with it, the way that it turned out. So when you look at it, now you've got all of this flow on the shoulder, which is kind of vertical. All the flows are kind of going that way, all the lines. And then you've got, where's a better view? Yeah, probably that one there. And then you've got these breaks. This view's not a good view, but this is the best that I've got. I should have taken a view of the top, which are horizontal. And if we go to the back view, which is, how's that one look? Yeah, that one looks alright. You know, those horizontal lines follow right around here into the back. So how I was talking about before, if you imagine a line going there, well, imagine if those lines went all the way across like that. And I like to have suggestive lines and movement that your eye or your mind can imagine without seeing it, you know. So I don't know, I might be the only one, but how I see it anyway is my eye follows those lines and connects to these lines on the opposite side. And if you look from the top, which I don't have a view of it, so you're just going to have to imagine, from the front to the back, those three lines kind of do that. You know, this would be a bird's eye view, and his head would be here, looking that way. But you know, just little random things that I think about when I do moko, when I get the opportunity to do symmetrical pieces like that. Yeah, so vertical on the sides and the shoulders, which kind of mimic the flow of the arm anyway. The arm is going up and down that way. And then chest. These lines here are horizontal, which follow the width of the body when you're looking at it front on and from the back. That's pretty much it. Those are the main things that I thought about. Oh, no, sorry, there's one more thing. With this puhoro flow here, so that one comes that way. And I wanted to do a puhoro at the front as well, but going that way. So there's that sort of circular flow going on again. Same as that flow, that top-down flow that I was talking about just before. Yep, that's pretty much it. Hope you fellas enjoyed this walkthrough. Got a little bit of value and some insight into what I think about. See you guys in the next one. Cheers.